Okay, for homework 11:15, make sure you have a piece of graph paper for full credit and make sure you're writing down the 3 words to get full credit to show me that you listened. First word right away is rhinoceros, rhinoceros. All right, here we go. For these, you need to make sure that you solve these both for y. So for this first one here, like the others, you first step, add or subtract that x term away. Next, divide. So on both these, I'm going to add or subtract that x term away. If it's negative 8x, the opposite, plus 8x to both sides. Bring down this 4y. Make sure you're not subtracting 8x and 12. Make sure you're writing that as positive 8x like it is, minus 12. Last step is to do the opposite of timesing by 4, which is dividing everything by 4, both sides by 4. And of course, we like to write that as a little split, dividing both the 8 by 4 and that negative 12 by 4. Those will cancel away and just give me y, or 1y. Gives me 2x minus 3, where negative 3 is my first number, always on the y-axis. Never put that first number on the x-axis. Always either up or down the y-axis. So down to negative 3. Now looking at that number in front of x, if it's not written as a fraction, write it as a fraction over 1. If it's written as a fraction, you have your rise and run already. So from negative 3, write 1, up 2. Write 1, up 2. Write 1, up 2. Write 1, up 2. Remember, on all these homeworks, you could, before you watch me do them, you could try the work and then compare your work against my key later if you want. But here we go. Drawing that blue line. Making sure that looks legit, nice and neat, using a ruler, arrows on each side of your line. Make sure you write the equation of the line. All right, the one in red, solve it for y. So the opposite, get rid of that minus 1x right there by adding x, or adding 1x. Either way, goes away. Bring down that 3y. Bring down x, or 1x. For this problem, I'm going to write 1x to help you out, plus that 6. Now the opposite of timesing by 3, dividing everything by 3. These will go away. That fraction in front of y, or in front of x, I'm going to leave that as 1/3 over 3 up 1 over 3 up 1 plus 2. That is my y-intercept. So I could see on this one, I have a starting point at 2. Second word is whale, whale. Positive 2 is where I start. 1 over 3 is my rise and run from that red point. So from 2, right 3, up 1. Right 3, up 1. Down 1, left 3. Or left 3, down 1. Same slope, same line. Draw it. Make sure you do that a little bit more legit. Make sure nice and neat should intersect right there. Draw arrows. Label that line. 1/3 x plus 2. After all that work, give me the correct coordinate for x and y, which is 3, 3. And then I'd like you to do is to check that work to get full credit. Check that work. So I'm going to take that point, which is 3, 3, 3 for x, 3 for y, and I'm going to plug it in to x and y into both of my equations. So that point, 3, 3, if I plug it in the x and y into both, either the original equations, or I could take that x and y and plug it into the ones already solved for y. Those are a little bit more difficult. So if I was you, I would always suggest plugging those points into the original equation. So the original blue equation is negative 8. Where that x is, I'm going to put the first x number, 3, close that parenthesis, plus 4, put that y coordinate right there. And if I do that work, it should equal negative 12. This gives me negative 24 plus 12. And you can see that is a true statement. Negative 12 does in fact equal negative 12. If I take that same x and y and plug it into the red equation, it's going to be a little harder because I have a negative there. I'm going to put my 3 where that x used to be, negative x, plus 3, put my y number right there. If I do that right, that should equal 6. Gives me negative 3 plus 9 equals 6. So that does give me another true statement. Last word is hot. Hot. All right. Good luck. See ya tomorrow.